Hi and welcome back to the Rideshare Buddy YouTube channel. My name's Kevin and today is Friday and I'm just going to do a quick roundup of the car. Is it worth having an EV for taxis and long distance taxi driving? Now I've had the car now for 5 weeks. For 4 of those weeks I haven't been on Uber because they didn't approve the car. And I've done mainly long distance airport transfer work, so you've got to bear that in mind. But let's have a look at what I think is happening. But let's do a quick roundup of today. Today I've got a Bristol airport pickup at 11:45, going into Cardiff, and at 7:15 I've got the Cardiff airport pick up to go to Caerphilly. So I'll do the Cardiff one and then I'll basically just do Uber around Cardiff, Barry, that sort of area until my evening pickup up to Caerphilly and call it a day at that. But 5 weeks, what do I think about using an EV for taxis and airport transfer work? Well, firstly, the car is great. I love the car. Passengers love the car. I'd say 60% of people that I pick up make compliments about the car. They love the space, they love how quiet it is, they love the fact it's electric, because we don't have many electric taxis over in Newport, so for Uber it's quite a strange one. There's a couple of Teslas around, but mainly it's just hybrids or normal petrol cars, so that's quite good. Even the tallest of passengers that I pick up are happy in the back. They said there's plenty of headroom, loads of footroom, especially as this is a made for EV platform, which means there's no hump down the middle of the rear seat, so lots of space, and I love that space. The car is real comfortable to drive, very easy to drive. I can do a 12-hour shift, go home and not feel as though I've done the shift. It's so comfortable and so quiet. So nothing actually wrong with the car. Even people on long distance trips, it lasts me a lot, you know, especially when I pick up around Swansea to Heathrow, or I've done, where is it, Aberavon up to Bristol, real long distance, 200 mile plus trips. They do ask about what the range is like, and I'm really quite impressed when I say, you know, I can do up to 320 miles in the summer. So not sure what's going to happen in the winter, but that's what I can do in the summer. So lots of compliments. I love the car, but there is a downside to it, and this means I probably would not recommend you take on an EV for taxi work or long distance work. For taxi work around town, if you've got a home charger, great, go for it. If you're doing long distance work, the public charging network in the UK is atrocious. It really is very poor. You really do have to do a lot of planning, and even then you can end up with trouble. So let's have a bit more of a look at the public charging network, which is the reason why I would suggest you don't go EV unless you've got home charging. So for me, the key to making this pay and the key to profit is keeping your cost per mile down as low as possible. Now, the one thing I really love about this car is that it's a lot more efficient than I thought it would be. I was planning on getting about 3.5 miles to the kilowatt hour. I'm actually getting 4.5. It may drop during the winter, we'll wait and see, but I'm doing 4.5. I've even hit 4.8, 4.9 on some Bristol airport ones, depending on traffic. So, very efficient. That means at the Tesla off-peak rate of 33p a kilowatt hour, this car is cheaper to run per mile basis on fuel than the hybrid I had before, the Ioniq hybrid. At 44p peak time and 44 Tesla and 44p at Ionity, it's on a par with running the hybrid Ioniq doing 65 miles to the gallon. But if I can charge up at Tesla at 33p, 44p, 44p at Ionity, it's on a par with running the hybrid Ioniq doing 65 miles to the gallon. But if I can charge up at Tesla at 33p, 44p, 44p at Ionity, it's on a par with running the hybrid Ioniq doing 65 miles to the gallon. But if I can charge up at Tesla at I'm beating the Ioniq hybrid by about a penny and a half a mile. So that's quite good. It helps to offset the cost of the car. And here lies the problem. We're now moving into the summer months. The Tesla station, which I really rely on at the Celtic Manor, is constantly busy now because the Celtic Manor has a lot of golfing days. They'll have golf competitions, they'll have company days coming down, and that Tesla supercharger station is pretty full most of the time. The problem with this car is it doesn't have the Tesla charger on the right side. It has it on the opposite side, which means not only do I have to look for one space, I have to look at two spaces next to each other. So that allows me to park in the one parking space and use the Tesla charger of the other parking space because the leads just aren't long enough to reach around the car to plug in on the space, which is a shame. It would be nice if Tesla could extend the leads so normal cars can also use Tesla stations where it's open to the public. And this is another problem. Only about 40% of Tesla charging stations are open to the public, but there's a good range and quite good locations. Few I would prefer to see open, but not all of them are, so that's just the way it is. So the Tesla station is getting harder and harder to come on, and that's going to happen throughout the summer now. It may ease up again in the winter as the golfing starts to die down. We'll have to wait and see. So that means for the last couple of weeks I've been relying a lot on BP, which is a lot more expensive than Tesla, unless I want to drive out to the Ioniq at Mega. It would be nice having the Ioniq big more central, but that's the way it is. When I go past Bristol Airport, then I'll top up at Ioniq, but most of my charging has been at BP. And the last couple of weeks hasn't been too bad because I've got a £253 free charging a month for the next couple of months. But when that ends, then prices will go up and go up higher than Tesla. So just plugged into the Tesla at Celtic Manor. There's a few spaces available today, but that could be because it's a rainy Friday morning and not many people are out playing golf. So they're charged up, as I was saying. The biggest issue is the public charging network. Often I've been up at the BP Tesla, the BP Pulse station. Now at the moment it's free membership, free subscription with BP Pulse, and they've got a special offer of £250 a month, free charging. And then I think the price drops down to 48p a kilowatt hour, something like that. So more expensive than the Tesla off-peak, more expensive than the Tesla peak, and more expensive than the Ioniq. The only positive thing about the BP is that you are billed monthly, so it's good for cash flow. The Ioniq takes a £40, well, it doesn't take, but it reserves £40 every time you charge up. And up until this morning, I had £160 not available in my account because of these reserves. So I have to be a bit careful as to how often I use Ioniq because I don't want all of my free cash tied up in reserve payments. They do get released eventually, but it takes a week, and that's a long time to have money tied up. So BP Pulse is really good for the cash flow because it's billed monthly and comes out your account then. But it is expensive. Now, after this trial period, or after this free period, I've looked at the terms and conditions, and it says that after the trial, you go into normal £8.95 a month subscription, which means it looks like Uber has stopped offering free BP membership for drivers, which it always used to do. And that could be right because at one time, depending on your level of Uber Pro, you could get free credits every month. I think it was 20 for blue, 30 for gold and upwards like that. The other thing I've noticed this month with the start of the new Pro period, is that the free AA membership has been shifted from gold, and it's now gone up to not gold. It's now gone up to platinum. What's the next one up from platinum? It's gone up one level anyway, so that's going to happen as well. You're not going to get in the air, mate, because I've used that. I'm using that pump, so he's going to have to move. A guy's just pulled in beside me, thinking he can use this Tesla pump, but he can't because I'm connected up to it. He's going to have to go to another one. It is a problem with the Tesla and the Ioniq. I have to use up 2 places, but that's just the way it is. So we've lost the AA membership unless you move up another level, and I believe we're going to be losing BP Pulse membership as well. I think Uber is now squeezing all of those sort of offers and stuff like that now on the cars or drivers, so that's going to happen. I think this MG4's a new EV driver. He's just pulled in to the other side of me to use a pump that I should be using, thinking he's going to get the lead round the other side of his car, and he's not going to go around the other side of the car. He needs to move up a few places to where he can. Yeah, he's just realised he can't get the lead round his other car, so he's going to have to move up a couple of places to find a space where he can park up and use a pump, because he ain't going to be able to use this pump next to me. He surely isn't going to come next to me again. No, he's going in forwards. That lead is not going to reach. There are very short leads on Tesla chargers, and he has to accept that. So don't know what he's going to do. I think the guy's getting a little bit pissed now because listen, if a lead isn't going to reach the width of a car, it certainly isn't going to reach the length of a car. So he's moving on again. Is he, or is he going to try and squeeze his way in somewhere else? I don't know what he's going to do. Yeah, he's gone up to the top to charge up. Yeah, as I said, the pricing as well. There's only 2 really of the big companies that pricing-wise is suitable for taxi work, because you've got to keep that prices down. That is the Tesla at 33p off peak and 43p peak at the moment. Very good value if you can't do home charging. The next one is Ioniq. That's at 44p throughout, but very fast charging. And BP's a strange one, because I'm not quite sure how BP works at the moment. If it's just a straightforward BP Pulse membership, it's 63 kilowatt hour, way overpriced for what I can do for taxi work. But if it comes down, and Uber, I think, is offering something like 49p a kilowatt hour, which is just about doable but not ideal. But there's just not enough chargers in Newport for BP. You've got 250 kilowatt chargers at Malpass, which are regularly used and full, so you have to wait for those. Another one is a 50 kilowatt charger down at the Holiday Inn Express. Apart from that, you're pretty stuck. It's all Dragon at 65p for 50 kilowatt hour charging, or Instavolta 85p for 150 kilowatt charging. Both totally out of price for use as a taxi. So that really is the issue. It's not the car. The cars are great. They've got the range that you need now. The only issue now is the charging network. And in Wales, it's atrocious. Not so bad when you go to Birmingham. There's a massive big... I like going to Birmingham Airport to pick up. There's a massive big BP super hub up there, which is really nice to use. London has got loads of Tesla charging stations, loads of BP stations, couple, not Ioniq. Yeah, so the issues really is there's nothing for Bristol Airport. If you have to do a charge at Bristol Airport, you ain't going to do it unless you use an Instavolt at the farm shop, which is 85p a kilowatt hour. I can't use that. It would wipe out all of my profit. And there's nothing at Cardiff Airport. So, and once you go west of Cardiff, it really starts to struggle. Swansea's a struggle. There's a big Tesla station there, but it's for Tesla only. There's not much else. Carmarthen, there's a Tesla station which is public, so I can charge there. But once you get past Carmarthen, you're on your own, really. There's nothing there. So I think if you live in and work in London or Birmingham or these big urban areas, there's lots of chargers and you can do it. But in Wales, it's very, very difficult. There's just no chargers around, really, unless you strike lucky and grab a Tesla somewhere. So that's it. My quick look back. I mean, I've had it for 5 weeks and I've done 7,500 miles. No, 7,000 miles in 5 weeks. So I've put the mileage on. Really enjoyable drive. Fabulous. I'm just a little bit concerned during the summer months now that the Tesla is going to be fully booked and it's going to get really hard to charge up at an affordable price. Cars are not an issue. I love the EVs. I think EVs have come on in leaps and bounds. Loads of mileage, loads of range, very fast charging. Unfortunately, the infrastructure isn't there. You are going to hit problems doing taxiing with an EV if you're not in London or Birmingham or Manchester. Even Cardiff is pretty bad, and what is available in Cardiff is horrendously expensive. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. Please like, subscribe and share. And until next time, happy driving. Well, that was a handy one. I dropped off at Park Plaza Hotel and picked up in Splot. Coming back to Newport. So it's 2:30. I'm going to go home and have something to eat and upload this video before I go out and do this evening booking from Cardiff Airport. I'll put Cardiff Airport as destination and see if I can work my way down there later.